This is the Less Insurance Dependence podcast show with my good friend Gary Takacs and myself, Naren Arulrajah.
We appreciate your listenership, your time, and most of all, we appreciate your intention to reduce insurance dependence in your practice. Our goal is to provide information that will help you successfully reduce insurance dependence and convert your practice into a thriving and profitable dental practice that provides you with personal, professional, and financial satisfaction.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Less Insurance Dependence podcast, the official podcast of the Reducing Insurance Dependence Academy, www.rid.academy. Membership to the Academy is a gift from Gary and I in appreciation for your listenership. Visit rid.academy and don't forget to register. By registering, you will have access to all of our resources and a free pass to all of our events, including our annual summit. The topic we'll be covering today is, are there potential new patients who are not affected by a soft economy? I'm Naren, your co-host. Before we jump into today's topic, I have a quick announcement to make. We have our first in-person live event happening in Austin. This is on the 1st of February, 2025, 9 to 5 p.m. And the link is thrivingdentist.com/Austin. I'm, of course, referring to Austin, Texas. And the topic is grow your practice to full potential and achieve an effective work-life balance. This is a great way to kickstart your 2025. So hopefully you will have, find a way to get there. You'll learn a ton. We haven't done this in like close to 5 years now. This is, I guess, little less than 5 years when we did the last live event. So we are bringing it back because many of you wanted to get back to that format. So hopefully you have some fun. Gary?
Yeah, I'm excited about this. Our last live event was late February 2020. It was in Atlanta at the Porsche Experience Center. Incredible meeting. Some of you were there. Loved it. And then we had a full schedule of live events for 2020, and then COVID hit, and we had to postpone those events. And now, based on your request, we're coming back with our first one. Look forward to seeing you in Austin. Think of it as being everything related to a thriving practice, one that provides personal, professional, and financial satisfaction, achieving 7 very specific goals. And one of those goals is to have a world-class practice financially, but also achieve work-life balance. And if you're thinking those are mutually exclusive, you can have one but not the other, then you need to be in Austin. Because I'm going to share where they're not mutually exclusive. You can have them both. Not easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. My grandmother used to say that. Gary, if it was easy, everyone would do it. But you can absolutely have a world-class financial practice, providing top-notch clinical care and achieve an effective work-life balance. Might be worth it just to attend the live event just to learn that. But come join us. Austin, we chose intentionally. It's somewhat central as East-West goes. Come join us. It's also a brilliant city. Come early, stay late. The event itself is on Saturday, 9 to 5. You get 8 hours of CE. And I would love to meet you face to face. But come join us. Go to thrivingdentist.com/Austin. We do have some early bird tuition specials right now. And you'll never find tuition less expensive than it is right now. Come join us.
Thank you. Thank you. The topic is going to be a wonderful topic today. Are there potential new patients who are not affected by a soft economy? We are publishing this on the 7th of November. Election is just over. We don't know what the results are yet because we are recording it.
We're recording ahead of time.
Yeah, recording it ahead of time. But regardless, we are in challenging times. I mean, if you talk to a lot of practice owners, they are noticing, the good old days of COVID and post-COVID, especially where there was so much demand and not enough dentists because, people didn't go to a dentist for a while because of all the shutdowns. Those days are gone. And also at that time, people were very into healthcare and, they prioritized healthcare. So things are different today. So the question is, are there patients who are not affected by a soft economy? And I think that's a good way to think about, your practice, because if you are depending on patients who are affected by the ups and downs of the economy, you're going to be like up and down as well. When things are great, you will do great. But what about what if you want to create a practice where you are not affected by, the swings of the economy, whether locally or
How
nationally,
about a
right?
recession-proof practice?
Exactly. A
How about
recession
that?
practice. Exactly.
But the truth is, and again, it depends on where you get your data, but uh, we are currently experiencing some recession signals. And for some people that spend their entire day watching the news, they think the sky is falling, right? We're in a recession, the sky is falling. And so I'll start by saying, are there potential new patients not affected by a soft economy? The answer is yeah. There are some people that actually benefit financially from a recession. That's not the majority, but there are people that benefit financially from a soft economy. So those are people out there. Um, just talking economics for just a minute. But I
Yeah.
want you to think about it in a different way. This isn't all about just finding people that have resources. This is about having people that want dentistry. This is what the
Right.
real episode. This is the real purpose of the episode.
Right.
I love dentistry. Pardon my enthusiasm with it, but I absolutely am passionate about dentistry, and I believe dentistry rocks because we have the ability to change people's lives every
Correct.
day. And it could be something we do clinically, or it could be something we do behaviorally. But let's talk about attracting people who actually want what you have, who want what you have. Naren, does Ferrari have any trouble selling cars in a recession?
No, they don't.
People want that car. And they
Yeah.
figure out a way
Actually,
to.
a lot of the luxury brands actually did really well during recessions because, people want
People
their
want it.
product.
People
Yeah.
want it. And I'm not suggesting that we think of your practice as a high-priced luxury item,
Right.
but
Right.
for example, let me use some examples. If a patient, let's say you enjoy placing and restoring implants, and you've progressed to the point where you can do a lot of implant treatment in your practice, and you progressed to the point where you are skilled doctor at replacing a floppy lower denture with an all-on X type of format, either 4 implants or 6 implants if they have enough bone, and then use a hybrid denture that is screw retained and it's fixed as far as the patient is concerned. There are people that want that, and they
Right.
want that because they don't like having a floppy denture in their mouth. The pain and frustration of that pain, and it could literally mean pain, but it could also be emotional pain around that, where they feel like if they smile, their lower denture might pop out, and they can't eat what they want. Then they want that solution, whether it's a good economy or bad economy. They want that solution. Now, we may need to have some financing in place, not your office, but some financing. So if they'd like to have it done, but don't have the cash in the bank to do that. But the key is attracting people who are seeking you out for a particular solution. I just used the floppy lower denture as an example. Let's use another example. Let's say there are people in your community that have evolved in their profession, in their job, and they're now in a job that's more customer facing. They're involved with the public more, but they've got a snaggletooth smile. That patient may be a perfect candidate for a Smilezyme, for a porcelain veneer case. And they're willing to pay for it. I'm reminded, a client of ours, this recently happened in this recession that we're in right now. This was a patient of his that they had talked about doing a smile, and someday he was interested in having his teeth corrected, someday, but he wasn't ready then. However, he came in for the hygiene appointment, and before the doctor came in for the hygiene exam, and the patient says, "Doc, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to do that smile we talked." This is recently in the recession that we're in. And Doc says, "If you don't mind me, first of all, I'm stoked about this. This is great. I'm thrilled. Can't wait to help you with this. Why now?" He said, "I was just promoted in my job to be the hotel manager. And I have, in the past, I worked more behind the scenes at the hotel, and now I'm the hotel manager, and I've got to meet with a lot of our vendors. I meet with a lot of our high profile clients, and I'm going to be evaluated based on partially by how my teeth look." And he said, "Hey, I've upgraded my wardrobe now. My wardrobe in the past were basic suits, but he said, now I've upgraded my wardrobe because I'm in more public facing, and I need to upgrade my smile." He's motivated by that. How about
Right.
that? You
So
know,
kind of what you're saying is there are people who will pay for what they want. It's kind of the same thing, right? Even with whatever is happening around the world, if you get on a plane, it's going to be packed. So people will pay for, and tickets are not cheap anymore. They're like double what they used to be. But planes are flying full. So why is that? Because people will pay for what they want.
they're paid
Same
for
thing.
it.
Like, so you
And
just
let's
have to
use
figure out. Yeah.
another a simpler example, but to make the point, the ankylosing procedure, the lip and tongue tie release procedure.
Mhm.
There's a lot of parents that completely understand the value of nursing and the nutrient value and emotional value, everything that goes along with nursing, and yet their newborn can't latch and can't nurse, but a simple ankylosing procedure can correct that. Is mom going to seek that out? By the way, not covered by insurance. It's not very expensive. A typical fee is somewhere around $1,200. But are there moms that would pay $1,200 for the opportunity for her child to successfully nurse?
Absolutely.
Yeah. How about another one? How about if you're involved in diagnosing and treating obstructive sleep apnea? How
Mhm.
about the patient that fully understands he or she has sleep apnea, has gone through the sleep study, has gone to a sleep physician, the sleep physician recommended a CPAP machine, and they're never going to wear it.
Right.
Now, that patient might be highly motivated because I would say the public is more aware today of the risk of sleep apnea than ever before. Not everyone knows about it, but more people do. And also if frankly, it could be life or death, stopping breathing multiple times, many, many times at night, it can result in death. But it's also a very practical reality of separate bedrooms. You think people want to live in separate bedrooms, for the snoring that goes along with sleep apnea? Could that
No.
patient be highly motivated to seek out a solution that would not be a CPAP because they're not going to wear a CPAP? Could that be you? So, Naren, I'm going to turn it to you. How do you market to attract people that are interested in thing? Let's use just a broad topic and call it high value services. Are there people interested in that? And how do you market it?
Great question, Gary. I mean, we focus on SEO, and that SEO is a great way to attract these patients. For example, so let's say you gave me some examples today. Somebody's looking for a beautiful smile because they need it for work. It's not a nice to have, it's a must have. Somebody's looking for, fixing their flappy lower dentures, not a nice to have. They want to eat and, be comfortable with their.
They've had it. They've had it with the floppy low denture.
Exactly. It's a must have, right? Same thing with sleep apnea. Even somebody who's afraid of going to a dentist and has all kinds of work and they're looking for sedation. What they do is typically they start Googling for what they need. So, for example, I need a beautiful smile. I'm going to look for, I might know maybe I need veneers, or maybe I don't know, then I might look for a cosmetic dentist. So, there are literally hundreds and hundreds of keywords and phrases related to these, what we call high value procedures. We are using the word high value procedures as a bucket, as a placeholder in place of all these different unique services. So you just go deep and figure it out. So what we do for our clients is every single month we create a detailed monthly report, and the monthly report shows two things. One is it shows what keywords are they already ranking for, meaning where they're showing up near the top of Google. And then what are the keywords where they are starting to show up, but not near the top of Google, but perhaps on the top of page 2. So you can obviously keep the keywords that are already ranking. Let's say you want to improve sleep apnea, and there are 7 keywords that are already ranking for sleep apnea, but maybe there are 15 other keywords that are kind of close, but not on page 1 yet. So that's where I would start. I would really, really focus and hone in on the kind of must-have services that people are demanding, and make sure that we are dominating for all the keywords relevant to that. Now, of course, SEO is not easy because Google makes so much money, literally $237 billion from ads. So there is a method to the madness, and we'll put a link to one of our episodes. But I would lean in on SEO. I would look for the right keywords, and I would really go after them. And the second part of the puzzle is, now that you're ranking on Google, by the way, there was a study done recently that said 85% of the people click on the SEO or the organic results, and only 15% click on ads. Why? We don't trust ads, so we don't want to click on them, even though
There's a
there's so
built-in
many more.
bias against ads because the advertiser, of course, is going to say their whatever is the best thing.
Exactly.
And if it's organic, you've earned it. People know that.
Yeah. So they trust you because it's organic. Now they go to that page. You want to have cases, right? Depending on the situation, obviously, like if it's cosmetic, you can have cases of you changing people's smiles, changing people's lives, showing that full face picture. You can have videos explaining things. So people are like, oh yeah, I understand. I can go to the dentist and he's going to make me feel really comfortable. So I don't have to be afraid of, what he's going to do because of
And
sedation.
let's contrast that. So what we're talking about, Naren, is using Google as your source of new patients,
Yes.
as opposed to using the insurance plan as the source of new patients. The truth is, you can get good patients from fill in the blank, Delta, Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Concordia, MetLife, whatever. But there often is baggage. And the baggage is they're looking for what, Naren? They're looking at what's
Is
the
it covered by
baggage?
insurance?
Is
it
this free?
free? Exactly.
So do in a down economy, do you want, in any economy, do you want someone choosing you because it's free? It's covered by, first of all, it's not free. Someone paid for it. Or would you rather have someone's actually seeking you out for what you can, the solution you can provide for them? And they literally, these are people that have gratitude just coming out of their pores. It's funny. We call this, the finding new patients not affected by a soft economy, but this is a strategy in any economy.
Yeah.
You
don't
know,
want to be like, you don't want to be nice to have, or I'll do it if it's free, but rather
I
I
want what you
value
have.
it.
I want what you got.
Yeah.
I want what you can do for me.
Right.
Well, this has been a fun episode. I hope I've given you something to think about. There's no reason to participate in this soft economy if you're finding patients seeking you out for what it is that you provide. And if you're not an office that provides those things, then over time you can develop the CE and develop the skill set to do those things. I think the best practice model is general dentistry and hygiene as the foundation, with high value services as the icing on the cake. And often these high value services are not nearly as affected by the down economy because people want it, like we've emphasized. Well,
Right.
take action. Set up a marketing strategy meeting with Equo where you can learn how to replace Delta with Google. Naren, what's the URL for that?
It's ekwa.com/MSM. ekwa.com/MSM for a marketing strategy meeting.
And if you'd like some coaching to help you with this, go to thrivingdentist.com /CSM, stands for coaching strategy meeting. That opens up my schedule. And you can schedule a Zoom meeting. We can talk about your practice. I can learn about your office. We can talk about a strategy to really help you develop a thriving practice. We don't always accept new clients. We are accepting new clients right now. We've had some retire recently, and we do have some openings. Would love the opportunity to work with you if that was your wish. thrivingdentist.com /CSM. On that note, hope we've given you some things to think about. And Naren and I look forward to connecting with you on the next Less Insurance Dependence podcast.